we're going to find the inverse of this equation right here. This is a quadratic equation, which you can tell because it has a little squared business on it. In other words, it's a parabola. But there's a little bit of a twist in this one. It's not super vital or complicated. It's just that it says, hey, by the way, not only is that your equation, but x is greater than 5. And for the most part, you can just ignore this. I'll spend about 20 seconds explaining why that's important. We're going to have a parabola that basically looks like this. Okay, that's kind of the shape of your equation. And when it says x greater than 5, what it really means is I want all this stuff over here. And it means erase all that other stuff that was on the other side. Okay, so like all this stuff, it means forget it, pretend that doesn't exist. This is our equation. That's what we're taking the inverse of. Okay, so with that in mind, let's just get right back into our technique for how to find the inverse of something. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that f of x to y. Okay, so I get this. Y equals x minus 5 squared plus 4. Now, next thing I'm going to do, according to my procedure on the right, is switch x and y. Okay, so it's 6. Now it's y minus 5 squared plus 4. You have to keep writing all those little details in there. Now we come to the only hard step when you're finding inverses. Step number 3, solving for y. That means get y by itself. And you can see there's a lot of stuff on this side, a lot of junk that is keeping y from being by itself. We have to peel those layers off one at a time. And the very first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to write all the steps, but I'm going to say minus 4. Okay, so what do I get there? I get x minus 4 equals 6 y minus 5 squared. Okay, well, what's the next thing stopping y from being by itself? You work from the outside in. I need to divide by that 6. So after I divide by 6, I get the following. X minus 4 divided by 6 equals y minus 5 squared. Okay, what's the next thing stopping y from being by itself? Well, it's that squared business. So I'm going to do a square root of both sides. Square root y minus 4 over 6. And I square root the right side and it just whacks the squared. So it's just y minus 5. Now, what you're probably thinking, if you're sharp and on top of things, you might be saying to yourself, wait a minute, there's something about square roots. There's this plus or minus business. It's really annoying. I need to keep a plus or minus in here when I do that square root. Well, now I'm going to come back to what I talked about at the beginning of the video. Remember this part up here? And we were thinking, why are we mentioning this? That right there, the x greater than 5, means you don't have to worry about the plus or minus in this case. So, that's a treat. Take it for what it's worth. Next thing I'm going to do is just add the 5 over. And I say y minus 4 divided by 6, all in the square root, plus 5. And that's equal to y. And I finally have y by itself. That's what's required to solve. And if you look at this guy right here, that y, that is the inverse function, right? The step 4 says rewrite y as f inverse x. And that's what you would put up here, not worrying about the plus or minus because that nice little x greater than 5 clause at the beginning